My sister's words, uneducated and poor, echoed in my ears long after the phone call ended. They stung, not because they were entirely untrue at the time, but because they came from her, my own flesh and blood. She'd always looked down on me. The dreamer lost in books instead of spreadsheets. The artist with paint on my hands instead of a briefcase. I didn't have a fancy degree. My education was the library, the museum, the bustling market where I learned to haggle and hustle. My portfolio was filled with sketches, not stocks. But I had something she lacked, vision. I channeled my hurt into action. I started small, designing and selling hand-painted scarves at local craft fairs. My sister scoffed, calling it a hobby. But the scarves sold. Then came custom-designed bags, then clothing. My small stall grew into a vibrant boutique. I learned about business the hard way. Through trial and error, through late nights and sheer grit. I hired local artisans, teaching them skills and providing them with a fair wage. Years passed. My sister climbed the corporate ladder. Her life a whirlwind of meetings and promotions. But her eyes always held a flicker of something. Envy? Pity? I wasn't sure. Then came the family crisis. Our parents' health deteriorated, and the medical bills piled up. My sister, with her high-powered job, was the obvious choice to handle the finances. But she was overwhelmed, lost in a sea of paperwork and red tape. I stepped in. My uneducated as self, armed with the street smarts I'd gained building my business, navigated the system. I negotiated payment plans, researched assistance programs, and advocated for our parents with a fierceness I didn't know I possessed. I leveraged my connections within the community, the people I'd supported and who now supported me. In the end, I saved our family from financial ruin. My sister, the educated one, stood by, speechless. The tables had turned. I wasn't the black sheep anymore. I was the cornerstone. I hadn't sought revenge. I had simply built my own empire, brick by painful brick. Proving that education comes in many forms. And that true wealth lies not just in your bank account, but in the strength of your spirit and the kindness you extend to others. My sister's words still echoed. But now, they were a faint whisper, drowned out by the resounding symphony of my success.